Hello and welcome to Afro Sport Now in Focus. My name is Tolu Shotade. On the show today, we'll be delving into the last four of the South American Nations Cup, the Copa America, and the Euro2024 tournament that also has its semi-finalists. We'll look at what to expect from the last four in both competitions and also spur thought for the teams that have left the tournament, most especially Brazil, who have been knocked out of Copa America. So that's the package on Afro Sports in Focus. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll wrap up all of the day's top stories. All right, so let's get it started with some of the major news making the rounds right now. And we have got information that France fullback Mervyn Jaminet has been suspended from the national rugby team after a video surfaced of the player making a racist remark. In the video, which went viral on Sunday after being shared on social media by French lawmaker Sébastien Delugu, 25-year-old Jaminet can't be heard saying, "The first Arab I meet on the street, I'm going to headbutt him." That's what the quote said. Although Jaminet has tendered an apology, the French Rugby Federation, the FFR, condemned the comments as unacceptable and contrary to the fundamental values of the sport. The statement released on Sunday confirmed that Jaminet will be sidelined with immediate effect and will leave the French squad that is already in Argentina. An excitement for the Paris 2024 Olympic Games is building up as Italian land artist Dario Gambarin created his latest work on a crop field which he drew the Eiffel Tower on. According to the artist, the work of art covers 2 acres of land and was done with a plow and a tractor. The farm is situated in the Italian city of Verona, and the creativity is Gambarin's contribution to the countdown to the Olympics opening ceremony, which is set to take place on June the 26th. About 10,500 athletes from over 200 countries are expected to converge in France for this summer's Olympic Games. Truly spectacular. Elsewhere, Lewis Hamilton ended a 2.5-year wait for a Formula One victory by claiming a record 9th win at the British Grand Prix on Sunday. The victory came 945 days and 56 races after his last F1 victory at the 2021 Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Hamilton moved into the lead with on lap 40 of the 52, following a slow pit stop from Lando Norris before reigning world champion Max Verstappen tried to mount a late challenge in the last few laps. Hamilton went on to win 1.4 seconds clear of Verstappen, while Lando Norris settled for 3rd spot. The victory set a new record for the most wins by a driver at a single circuit. Hamilton is also the first driver to win a Grand Prix after 300 or more races, and also the oldest race winner in the 21st venture at 39 years and 182 days.
This is my last race here at the British Grand Prix with this team, so I wanted to win this so much for them because I love them. I appreciate them so much, all the hard work they've been putting in all over these years. I'm forever grateful to everyone in this team, everyone at Mercedes and all of our partners, and then otherwise to all our incredible fans. I could see you lap by lap as I was coming around, and there's just no greater feeling as to finish at the front here.
to hit the court with Overtime. Join us as we bring you the latest highlights and analysis around the NBA. From buzzer-beating shots to jaw-dropping dunks, Overtime has it all. With timely insights from the best experts, you get an inside look at the game like never before. We'll break down the biggest matchups, dissect the most talked about plays, and bring you up close and personal with your favorite players. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking to get into the action, Afro Sports Overtime has something for everyone. So don't miss out. Tune in and join the excitement today. All right, welcome back. Let's continue our look at the events at the Copa America and the Euros. I'm glad to say that we have got Switzerland-based Nigerian coach, Coach Adeyemi Deji, joining us on Afro Sport now in Focus. Great to have you, Coach.
Yes, good evening, Mr. Tolu. It's a pleasure to be here once again.
All right, so let's get it moving very, very quickly. Let's quickly just look at the fixtures for the results and the fixtures from the round of the quarterfinals and of the semi-finals of the Euros that have just been completed. If we can get those results and fixtures up very quickly, we do know the identity of the teams that will be playing in the semi-finals of the competition. It will be Spain against France and Netherlands against England. It will be interesting to see how that pans out. But let me go with you, Coach, very quickly. Switzerland, who you are probably more adept with, you live in Switzerland. What was the reaction in their game against England? The English just shaded that one, but Switzerland did give them a fight.
It's so sad. It's unfortunate that we saw Switzerland lost to England because Switzerland play very fast-tactic football. They dominate the game, but unfortunately, they could game in the second half. And they allowed the England to equalize the goal they have scored in 75 minutes of the game. On penalties, anybody's game, you know. So.
Reaction though from the average. Did you? How do you think Swiss people approached that game? Did they feel like if they wanted to play any of the big teams, anyone that they had a chance of beating, it probably was England?
No, if you look at it from the onset, but Switzerland has been a fantastic team. They have played with confidence.
I think we're having a bit of difficulty with Coach Adeyemi, but let's just quickly look
they have
at
defeated
those.
the big.
I don't think we can get him just yet, but let's just look at those fixtures once again before we go back to that conversation and look ahead to those semi-final games. Spain against France, Netherlands against England. Remember, Spain knocked out the host Germany. France got the better of Cristiano Ronaldo and his Portuguese team. Netherlands had a rocky game against Turkey, while England knocked out Switzerland. So let's start with Spain against France. Let's quickly look at a graphic around what to expect from this Spain-France game. So it's the standout tie, to be honest, from the semi-finals. The French are ranked second, Spain at eighth. How would you believe that if you see the way they played at the tournament? In terms of winning the Euros, the Spanish have won it 3 times, while France have won twice. In terms of their performances at this Euros, Spain have won all 5 games, so France have won 2, drawn 3 and lost none. And Dani Olmo is their top scorer with 2 goals, while Kylian Mbappe. France has not scored a goal from open play at the Euros currently. 2 own goals and 1 penalty from Kylian Mbappe, the goals they've scored. And in terms of their head-to-head, they've each won 6 games and drawn 2. The last time they met, France defeated Spain in the Nations League in 2021. Coach Adeyemi is still here, and this is a very, very huge clash. Spain against France. France have not played particularly well at this Euros. Spain, on the other hand, though, they are probably the team everyone thinks should win the Euros. How do you think this one will go?
The match France won, they won 2 penalty, and in England too won 2 penalty. I think Spain has had a fantastic tournament, and I think the way it is right now, I want to tip Spain to win France, because Spain has a very good, solid team that are more composed in every area of the field. They are more dangerous. They are more team. They play collectively more than the France team. I tip Spain to win France in the semi-final.
All right, let's look at the other semi-final at the Euros, and that one will pit the Netherlands up against England. The last time these two teams met, the Netherlands did beat England in the Euro Nations League. England have not played particularly well. The Netherlands themselves have not set the tournament alight to. How do you think this one will go, Coach?
For me, to be honest with you, when I see the way the England played against Switzerland, the way they changed tactics after conceding that goal, the changes the coaches make, it shows that the coach knows his owners. I want to see Spain and England in the final, because both of them has a fantastic semi-final, fantastic quarter-final, and at the same time, I think England right now has get their reading. They are playing collectively as a team. And I think Netherlands has not played so good. When you look at their last match against Turkey, they find it difficult to break down the Turkey defense. See, they have that luck to score the first goal before the second goal came. So I think Spain and England is going to be in the final.
Let's just look at the stats for Netherlands against England. The English are 5th rank on the FIFA rankings. Netherlands is 7th. The Netherlands have won the tournament once in 1988. England have not won the Euros, by the way. They didn't win it in 2020. They were finalists in 2020. As far as the tournament record at this Euros is concerned, the Dutch have won 3, drawn 1, and lost 1 game so far at the tournament, while the English have won 2, drawn 3, and lost none. Harry Kane is top scorer for England with 2 goals, with Courtney Gakpo. Of all the teams left in the Euros, he is the top scorer with 3. The Dutch have just shaded the head-to-head with England. They've won more games than them, 7-6, and 9 draws have happened between these two teams. Netherlands won the game against England 3-1. So why do you think the Netherlands cannot beat this England team, Coach?
Yeah, when you look at the way the Netherlands are playing, they don't play collectively. They are playing individually. You can see that it's only 1 or 2 players make the difference in the team. But when you watch the England team are playing more collectively, and this is an edge over the Netherlands, because if you see those who score their goals, that people, the player you don't never expect to score the goal, and they are playing in dynamic form. Saka is playing defense. He's playing from defense. Normally, he play from the right hand side of the field. But that is the reason I say the way the England is playing, I think they are more organized than the Netherlands team.
All right, so let's hold that thought there, Coach. We'll take a quick break on Afro Sports now in focus. And when we come back, we'll move from Europe to South America. But the Copa America isn't holding in South America, it's holding in the US. We'll find out the teams that have made the last 4 and how Brazil got knocked out of the tournament in the quarterfinal stage. Stick around, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
Get ready to hit the court with Overtime. Join us as we bring you the latest highlights and analysis around the NBA. From buzzer-beating shots to jaw-dropping dunks, Overtime has it all. With timely insights from the best experts, you get an inside look at the game like never before. We'll break down the biggest matchups, dissect the most talked about plays, and bring you up close and personal with your favorite players. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking to get into the action, Afro Sports Overtime has something for everyone. So don't miss out. Tune in and join the excitement today.
All right, welcome back. Let's continue our look at the last four at the Euros and the Copa America. Argentina on Monday had their first training session since arriving in New Jersey. Copa America is holding the United States ahead of their Copa America semi-final with Canada, who have one of the surprise packages of the tournament. They're playing their first ever Copa, and they have got into the semi-finals. The reigning world champions defeated Canada 2-0 in the group stage, courtesy of goals from Julian Alvarez and Lautaro Martinez. The RB's Leicester reached the semi-finals after they beat Ecuador 4-2 in penalties following a 1-1 draw in regulation time. Wednesday's semi-final clash with Canada is scheduled to hold at the MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. So a quick wrap-up of all those games from the quarterfinals. Look at the semi-final clashes. Though Wednesday sees Argentina taking Canada. They did beat the Canadians in the group stage by 2-0. And Uruguay, who beat Brazil, will take on Colombia. Coach, let me bring you in right now. Brazil have failed to qualify for the semi-finals of the Copa America. Is this Brazil team a little overrated, or the Uruguay team that beat them were just very good?
To be honest with you, South American football is different. There is no team rated in South American. In South America, everybody is equal. You know, anyone can beat anyone. So when you come to South American football, they play like the African Nations Cup. More strength than skills.
But still,
so that is the reason
Brazil
you see both of them can beat each other.
Should Brazil still not be doing better?
Brazil is overrated in South American when it comes to South American. When it comes to world football, Brazil is rated.
Do you also
think South American football is a different ball game?
Do you also think that maybe this Brazilian team is not, in terms of individual players that they have, they're probably not as good as the regular Brazilian team we've been used to over the years? Because they have players like Lucas Paquetá, Bruno Guimaraes, Rafinha from Barcelona, not the best players in those positions anymore.
One thing is for you to have a stars. Another thing is for you to have a collective players that has the right balance and the right team to bring out the obligation what you needed as in the team, you know. So individual player can only come in when things is not working. But what you need as a team is a collective football. Brazil don't have collective football. They only have stars and individual players. So individual player cannot make the difference when you are playing against a collective team.
All right. It's also interesting to note that Canada are appearing in their first as Copa America. They have got the former Leeds United American coach, Jesse Marsh, as their coach. The other team that has caught the eye at this Euros, and the team everyone is rooting for, apart from Argentina, is Colombia. They are still in the tournament. They take on Uruguay in the second semi-final. They've got a really good team, Colombia, led by Luis Diaz, the Liverpool wide man. How good do you think this Colombia team can be?
Colombia has been doing fantastic when it comes to South American football. When you want to talk about South American football, when you talk about the Mexicans, Brazilian, Colombia, then you can talk about the Hungary. Colombian is not the pushover in South American football. So they are rivals to Brazil, they are rivals to Americans, they are rivals to Canada.
All right, let's look at
So
those.
Colombia is a very good team.
Let's look at the fixtures again very quickly. On paper, it does look like Argentina probably will get past Canada. Lionel Messi, obviously, in the Argentinian ranks. How have you seen him at this Copa America? He missed in the penalty shootout victory over Ecuador. So he's not particularly been the best player at the Euro at the tournament. But how important is Lionel Messi still to this Argentina team?
First and foremost, we have to give kudos to the coach. That is the difference between the Portugal coach and the Argentina coach, Samuel. He knows football goes with age. He knows how to manage Messi. He never give matches the chance to play from onset for all matches. He picked the match that Messi is going to play. And he gave him the time for him to come in. But when you look at Ronaldo, in Portugal, they put him from onset. That makes him not to come out to bring the best, what he is. So now you can say Argentina, they Canada. Because they are playing with the young players that is more vibrant, more age is on that side, and they are more energized. So Argentina now cannot play Messi from onset. They know the right time to bring him the way the Cameroon did in August 90 with Roger Milla. That is the key for them to get to this stage where they are right now. If they give Messi from onset the chance, it will just be a passover. So the coach knows when the right time to play him.
All right. So let's just wrap up all of the action then, and I want to get your predictions before we go, because by this time next week we will know who the European champions are and who the South American champions are. Let's call those games very, very quickly. Starting with the Euros, you already said that you expect to see Spain and England in the final, if I heard you right. Who's going to win the Euros?
Yes. When it's Spain and England, Spain.
Say that again.
When Spain and England get to the final,
yeah,
Spain is going to win a Euro.
All right, let's leave the Euros and go to Copa America then. It's almost likely, and no disrespect to Canada and Uruguay, Argentina and Colombia are in there. Who's going to win the Copa America?
Argentina in the final, Uruguay in the final.
Wow.
And Uruguay is going to beat Argentina.
All right. That's a very, very bold call. Thank you very, very much for talking to us, Coach Adeyemi Adejeji, Switzerland-based coach. Thank you very much.
Once again, thank you for Mr. Tolu to bring me online.
All right, let's wrap up once again the games to look out for. Remember, we've got just 4 teams left in both competitions. Let's start with that Spain against France game. Very, very huge game. That kicks off at 8 p.m. Nigerian time on Tuesday. And once again, you have to understand that Spain and France are previous winners of the Euros. The Spanish have won the tournament 3 times, whilst France have won the tournament on 2 occasions. France and Spain are unbeaten at the tournament. Spain have won every single game they've played, apart from the Germany game that they went to extra time. Dani Olmo, top scorer with 2 goals. Kylian Mbappe has scored the 1 penalty goal for France. The other 2 goals have been own goals. They haven't scored from open play, France, at this Euros. The last time the 2 teams met, though, France won the game at the Nations League. England, despite not playing too well at the tournament and despite the outcry from most English supporters, they are through to the semi-finals. They'll take on the Dutch team. The last time they played in a competitive game was at the Nations League in 2019. The Dutch beat the English on that occasion by 3 goals to 1. The Dutch have won the tournament before. England haven't. The Dutch won it in 1988. Holland have lost the game already at this Euros. England yet to lose, although they've won just 2 and drawn 3. Harry Kane is the top scorer with 2. And of all the teams left at this Euros, Cody Gakpo is the top scorer of the teams that are still left. He's got 3 goals at this tournament, so it's nicely poised those European semi-finals. Remember, Tuesday and Wednesday. Starts off on Tuesday with Spain against France, goes all the way to Wednesday for England against Netherlands. At the Copa America, 2 games to look out for. Argentina with Lionel Messi. Can they make it back-to-back Copa America titles? They take on a very, very spirited Canada side who are making their first appearance at the Copa America. They play in the early hours of Wednesday. And the second semi-final, Brazil's conquerors Uruguay. They take on one of the special teams at this Euros, Colombia, in the second semi-final, which is early on Thursday morning, Nigeria time. And that is the much we can take on Afro Sport Now in Focus. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Tolu Shotade. We'll see you next time.